Nvidia earnings released. Why today's numbers could sway tech and crypto. AI. Nvidia. Author. Hongji Feng. Author. Hongji Feng. About author. Hongji is a reporter who covers crypto, finance, and tech. He graduated from Northwestern University's Medill School of Journalism with a bachelor's and a master's. He has previously interned at HTX. Author profile. Share. Copied. Last updated. November 19, 2025. Nvidia has released its Q3 earnings after the U.S. market closed earlier today. Into the print, crypto markets have stayed cautious, and the day's tone has hinged on whether equities digest the update cleanly or slide into a fresh risk-off swing that bleeds into digital assets. Nvidia reported fiscal third-quarter earnings of $57 billion, exceeding the $54.92 billion expected by Wall Street, and EPS of $1.30, also exceeding the $1.25 expected. Nvidia earnings test and the risk relay. The release lands at a point when equity indices have been unusually sensitive to AI hardware demand trends, export constraints, and supply timelines, which means any miss or soft guidance could widen tech sector drawdowns and tighten cross-asset correlations just as after-hours liquidity thins. A revenue mix that points to slower data center orders or elongated delivery cycles would typically raise beta across semiconductors, and those moves have tended to trigger de-risking that reaches crypto during the U.S. evening handover and into the Asia Open. A cleaner result with steady commentary on supply, deliveries, and capital spending would more likely stabilize equity futures and ease the defensive rotations that have coincided with weaker closes in digital assets this month, since index volatility often resets the short-term relationship between tech and crypto during event windows. Crypto liquidity, ETF flows, and positioning around the release. Spot order book depth for BTC and ETH has lagged the headline pace of the month's swings, and spreads have widened around key U.S. timestamps. So shocks that hit when books are thin can produce outsized crypto moves relative to the underlying news. When that pattern appears, futures funding and basis usually recalibrate first, with spot stability showing up only after market makers rebuild inventory and tighten quotes, which leaves intraday bounces vulnerable if equity futures fade into the close. ETF activity and stablecoin supply trends offer a second layer that has mattered for durability. Net outflows from Bitcoin vehicles on risk-off days have lined up with heavier late-session pressure, while stretches of rising stablecoin float have coincided with firmer spot settlement and less reliance on leverage to support rebounds. If tonight's tech reaction shows tighter financial conditions, these channels often determine whether bids return promptly or whether the market leans on short covering that exhausts quickly. Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Source: CoinMarketCap. Dollar moves, policy indicators, and the risk read-through. Macro context has remained central because a firm dollar on growth unease or tighter conditions has tended to weigh on global risk, whereas a softer dollar on relief has supported equities and, by extension, crypto pairs that trade in step with index futures during event-driven sessions. Nvidia's color on demand, supply chains, and customer spending plans feed that policy growth mix, since AI hardware cycles have become shorthand for investment appetite across large-cap tech, and for the earnings breadth that anchors equity sentiment. Against that backdrop, the near-term crypto path depends less on a single headline and more on whether liquidity rebuilds alongside calmer basis while ETF and stablecoin series move in a direction that supports cash-driven accumulation rather than transient squeezes. If those pieces lean constructive after the numbers post, risk tends to settle across both screens. If they diverge in the hours following the call, volatility usually lingers into the next session. Follow us on Google News. Trending news. Recommended popular crypto topics. Price predictions. Why is Tether so profitable and will it last? Live Fed Payments Innovation Conference. Real-time updates as Federal Reserve discusses crypto, stablecoins, and AI with industry leaders. Crypto market prospect. After the washout, the soil looks richer. XRP price prediction. Millions vanish from XRP funds, are institutions quietly dumping before a bigger crash. Bitcoin price falls as analysts point to hidden losses by a big player. Bitcoin news. World's smartest man forecasts Bitcoin to reach $220,000 in the next 45 days. 2 days ago, by Anas Hassan. Price analysis. China's Alibaba AI predicts the price of XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum by the end of 2025. 1 day ago, by Tim Hackey. Blockchain News. Live Nvidia earnings report today. Wall Street braces for Q3 results. Will Nvidia beat expectations? 6 hours ago. By Anas Hassan. Best crypto to buy now in November 2025. Top crypto to invest in. 1 day ago. By Alan Draper. New cryptocurrencies to invest in today. Top new crypto coins. 1 day ago. By Inesis Tavares. Best crypto presales to invest in November 2025. 2 days ago. By Alan Draper. 13 new and upcoming Coinbase listings in November 2025. 1 day ago. By Elijah Rankovich. 12 new and upcoming Binance listings in 2025. 1 day ago. By Elijah Rankovich. The next crypto to explode in 2025. Our top picks. 6 hours ago. By Elijah Rankovich. Bitcoin, BTC, price prediction 2025 to 2030. 2 days ago. By Leon Waters. XRP, price prediction 2025, 2026 to 2030. August 29, 2025. By Eric Huffman. Ethereum price prediction 2025 to 2030. November 4, 2025. By Ben Beto.